dull features. Her voice was slightly petulant when she replied. "Are you saying I have to eat alone? Sometimes, Carly, I think you do this deliberately." Immediately, Carly was apologetic. Sometimes, she thought, things got to be too much for her and she became testy. Her tone softened. "All right. If you insist on being maternal this evening, you can stop at the deli and get me a pastrami sandwich. I'll have it when I get home, which should be within the hour." Melissa placed her hands on her slim hips and clucked her tongue. "The deli is out of my way, darling. How about peanut butter and jelly, and a can of clam chowder? I declare, I positively envy your appetite, and it never shows on your figure." "Fine, Mother. Peanut butter and jelly will be just fine. Skip the chowder. Don't forget to take Quincy with you. I'll be along soon." "Carly, I can't take Quincy. He messes my upholstery, and," she added indignantly, "he flutters his wings when I stop for a light. People think I'm positively strange. You bring him with you," she directed, closing the front door behind her.
"Life is hell, war is hell.
Quincy babbled to Melissa's departure. "Now that you've almost exhausted your vocabulary, bird, why don't you go to sleep?" Carly snapped, throwing a cover over the bird's cage. Peace and quiet, for a little while at least. She sighed deeply and propped her slim ankles on an open desk drawer. She leaned back in her chair and let her eyes scan the pages in front of her. All she really had to do was make a final check on her figures with the calculator, and she could call it a night. Satisfied with the contract, Carly slid the pages into a folder and then stuffed it into her tote bag. Looking around the office, she had the feeling she was forgetting something. She shrugged. If she was, it would be a simple matter of returning to the office first thing in the morning before having breakfast with her clients. She knew she had done a fine job and the commission was going to be healthy. Time to go home to that peanut butter and jelly on toast. Removing the throw from the bird's cage, she waited for the parrot to emerge and settle himself on her shoulder. Carly laughed as she bent beneath the desk to find her high-heeled sandals. She was laughing aloud at Quincy's antics as he nipped playfully and tickled her neck and ear. She emerged from her very unladylike position with her shoes in her hand in time to see a tall, muscular man and a high-cheekboned woman with an incredibly willowy figure enter her office. Carly blushed a brilliant crimson and moistened her dry lips. Quincy continued with his nudging and nipping. The man's voice was brisk and cool, heavy with authority, but holding a warm note of graciousness. "Miss Andrews, I'm Adam Noble, and this is Simone Maddox." The woman was stylishly dressed and perfectly coiffed, and succeeded in exuding poise and control from the tips of her scarlet-painted fingers to the soles of her needle-thin-heeled shoes. From the looks of her finely arched brows and the slight disdainful curl of her lip, it was evident that she would never be caught with her posterior in the air, groping beneath the furniture for her shoes, and with a shrill-mouthed bird flapping on her shoulder. Carly nodded to acknowledge the introduction. "I realize this is after business hours, but the door was open and your lights are on." Simone Maddox pulled on Adam Noble's arm. "Don't be silly, Adam. No one in his right mind would turn away from a chance to do business with any of the Nobles." Her sharp glance rested on Carly, defying her to deny it. Carly's jaw tightened. "You're correct, Mr. Noble. It is after business hours." They were all alike, the idle rich who came to Bar Harbor, Maine to spend their summers while they waited expectantly for the new social season to open in the fall. Then they would flock to New York or London or Paris like mindless geese following an ancient migration route. But it was their haughty contempt of the Bar Harbor locals that so annoyed Carly. True, the little town did exist on the summer people, trade, and tourism, but it rankled her that they would take it for granted that she would stay after hours and then fall down on her knees just to serve one of the celebrated nobles. "I'll be glad to discuss whatever it is you would like tomorrow during business hours."
to keep listening to this audiobook. I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.